Hi there. Welcome to Read Me a Story. I'm Miss Tonja, and today we're going to talk about all kinds of families. So think about who your family is and all the people that you have in your family. They may be close, they may be far away, and there are all kinds of people that you love to be with and see and talk to. Our first book is 7 Best Things About Family, and this book is by Patrick Yee. Hugs and kisses are the best. Doing things together is the best. Chocolate chip pancakes are the best. Yum. Cuddling is the best. Playing is the best. Vacation is the best. Love is the best. The end. We'll take a break and we'll come back and have another story. Boom, 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 boom.
Medicaid and CHIP offer free or low-cost health coverage for kids and teens. These programs cover doctor's appointments, hospital visits, prescriptions, shots, and more. As parents, we get peace of mind knowing that our children are covered if they are sick or get injured. You may now be eligible for Medicaid too, even if you've applied in the past. Enrollment is always open. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 1-877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Need a ride? Yeah!
Driving with kids is a big responsibility.
Hop in and buckle up!
So don't sweat the small stuff.
You got paint all over our paper!
Get the big stuff right instead.
What does that mean?
Like making sure your kids are in the correct car seat and buckled up for safer travel.
That deserves a wiggly wiggly wig.
To make sure your child is in the right seat for their age and size, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Beep, beep. Yeah!
And we're ready for our next story. Are you ready? It's called Mixed Me, and it's by Tay Diggs. All right, Mixed Me. Hey now, they call me Mixed Up Mike. My hair is like, wow, super crazy, fresh, cool, man, yeah. I like to go fast. No one can stop me as the wind combs through my zigzag curly-do. What's happening, Cap'n? Says my dad. Hi, I say. Bye, I say. Hey, sweet boy, sweetie pie, honey boo, my mom coos. She's my one and only, never lonely. Hi, I say. Bye, I say. Sometimes when we're together, people stare at whatever. Your mom and dad don't match, they say, and they scratch their heads. See, my dad's a deep brown, and my mom's rich cream and honey. Then people see me, and they look at me funny. My mom and dad say I'm a blend of dark and light. We mixed you perfectly and got you just right. There are so many flavors to savor and taste. Why pick only one color or face? Why pick one race? Some kids at school want me to choose who I cruise with, but I'm down for fun with everyone. Why pick one race? I'm a combo plate, garden salad, rice and beans, tasting great. But wait, if they care too much about my hair too much, that's not straight enough, I say it's my hair, don't touch. I'm doing my thing, so forget it. If you don't get it, then you don't get it. Uh-huh, I said it. I'm a beautiful blend of dark and light. I was mixed up perfectly, and I'm just right. They call me Mixed Up Mike, but that name should be fixed. I'm not mixed up, I just happen to be mixed. Mixed me. The end. We'll stop and we'll come right back for our next story. See you then.
Emergency, police, ambulance, or fire.
Hello?
Hi, you have 911. How can I help you?
Hello?
Hi, who's this? Oh, how are you today?
Good.
Yeah? How old are you?
5.
You're 5, eh? Is Mom or Dad around? Can I talk to one of them?
Who are you?
Well, you called me. What number did you dial?
Me. I don't know.
You dialed 911, eh? Did you want to see if it actually worked?
I don't remember what 901 they did.
Yeah, 911 is for emergencies. It's for the ambulance, or if you need a police officer, or if there's a fire and you need a firefighter. Didn't they teach you that in school about 911, that you call if somebody needs help?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so does somebody need help today, or were you just testing it out?
Just testing.
Just testing, eh? Well, I'm here.
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep.
Hi, this is Toronto Police Service called 911. We just wanted to make sure everything was okay there. The officers will be attending your home. If you have no emergency, please call us back. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Are you the mom or
Yes,
brother?
I'm the mom.
Oh, okay. He had called 911. He wanted to make sure we were really here.
I am so
Apparently
sorry.
he learned about us in school recently.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Everything's okay though,
fine.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye-bye.
Do you know a veteran in need? After leaving the military, many veterans struggle to find their way home. Because to a veteran, home isn't just a place, it's an idea, a feeling. Nation's Finest understands the challenges veterans face. Through the VA's Supportive Services for Veteran Families program, we help veterans and their families struggling with rent, employment, and other housing-related costs. Today, Nation's Finest operates more than 30 locations in California, Arizona, and Nevada. For more than 50 years, we've helped thousands of veterans in these communities build happy, healthy, and purposeful lives. And our team is committed to supporting those who've served and their families for another 50. To get help, visit nationsfinest.org or call 1-833-468-9676. That's 1-833-468-9676.
Hi, it's Miss Tanya again. We're ready for our next book. We Belong Together, a book about adoption and families by Todd Parr. We belong together because I needed a home, and I had one to share. Now we are a family. We belong together because you needed someone to help you get healthy and strong, and I had help to give. Now we can grow up together. We belong together because you needed someone to kiss your boo-boos, and we had kisses to give. Now we can all hold hands. We belong together because you needed a friend, and I knew where to find one. We all need someone to play catch with. We belong together because you wanted to learn, and we had lots to teach you. Now we can discover new places together. China, Russia, USA, France. We belong together because you needed someone to read to you, and we had stories to share. Now we all have someone to make us laugh. We belong together because you needed someone to say, I love you, and we had love to give. Now we all have someone to kiss good night. There are lots of different ways to make a family. It just takes love. Share your home and share your heart. Love, Todd. The end. Let's take a break and we'll come right back. In 4 days.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly
Night night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Welcome back. Our next story is Stella Brings the Family by Miriam Schiffer. With a hug goodbye, Stella dashes to her cubby and races to her spot. Mrs. Abbott had a surprise for the class. We're going to have a celebration for Mother's Day, she said, and each of you can invite a special guest. Jonathan and Leon said they were inviting their moms. Carmen was sure her mama would come, but Stella had 2 dads. Everyone else had a mother. Howie had 2. Stella would be the only one without a mother at the Mother's Day party. That afternoon, Stella and her Clay stared at each other. The next day, Stella worried about the party when she should have been worrying about the soccer ball. All week, Stella's appetite was gone. What's wrong, Stella? Jonathan asked. I have no mother to bring to the Mother's Day celebration. No mother? Asked Leon. But who packs your lunch like my mom does for me? Daddy knows just what I like, said Stella. The problem isn't lunch, it's that I have no mother to bring to the Mother's Day party. No mother? Asked Howie. But who reads you bedtime stories like my mothers do for me? Daddy and Papa read stories to me, said Stella. But who kisses you when you're hurt? Carmen asked. Well, that's a long answer, said Stella. I get lots of kisses when I'm hurt, either from Papa or Daddy or Nona or Aunt Gloria or Uncle Bruno or Cousin Lucy. But I still have no special guest for Mother's Day. Jonathan asked, why don't you invite them all? What a wonderful idea, Papa and Daddy said. But Stella wasn't so sure. Soon the children were crafting invitations, decorating, and preparing gifts. Stella worked harder than everyone. Look at all of those invitations. They squeezed into the story circle and they made frames for their art. Stella thought the day was turning out fine. In fact, it was better than fine. Papa was a big hit. Later that day, Mrs. Abbott was worn out. Stella told her not to worry. For Father's Day, she wouldn't bring nearly as many people. Just 2. The end. Time to take a break, and we'll come back to hear another story.
Welcome to Dad's Directions Live.
Our very next story about family is by Norman Bridwell. It's Clifford's Family. I'm Emily Elizabeth, and this is my dog. His name is Clifford. We live in a small town now, but we were both born in the city. One day we went back to visit our old home in the city. Clifford hasn't seen his mother since he was a tiny puppy. She hardly knew him. She still treated him like a puppy. She checked his teeth. She looked in his ears to see if he had been washing them. The man told us where Clifford's brothers and sisters lived, and we went to find them. Clifford's sister Claudia lived nearby. She was taking her owner for a walk. We went to the park with them. A taxi was blocking the crosswalk. Clifford took care of that. Oh no! Next, we found his brother Nero. Nero was a rescue dog at a fire station. While we were there, the alarm rang, and we followed the fire truck. Nero rushed into the building. Clifford helped him. Nero was very brave. Then we took off to the country. Clifford's other sister, Bonnie, was a farm dog. One of Bonnie's jobs was to herd the sheep into their pen. Clifford wanted to do some farm work too. He started to drive the cows towards the barn. One of the cows was a bull, and bulls don't like the color red. Clifford wasn't scared. He was smart. He didn't want to hurt the bull, so he jumped out of the way. When Clifford jumps, he really jumps. We had one more place to visit. It was Clifford's father's home in a town nearby. The house was small, and there was a lot of kids playing in the yard. Clifford's father didn't have a collar or a dog dish or a dog house, but he seemed very happy. I guess it was all the kids. He sure loved kids. He was a lot like Clifford, just a little smaller. Clifford wished his family could come and live with us, but they all had people who needed them, just like I need Clifford, the best dog of all. The end. We'll take a break and we'll be right back for another story.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father.
Crippling depression, anxiety, exhaustion.
I was in prison and her mom had a heart attack.
There's a lot of institutional issues and challenges that suggest to us that dads aren't essential, and I've always rejected that.
Sometimes you don't have to know everything about being a dad. You just gotta be there.
Hi there. You might wonder what a famous Hollywood celebrity like me is doing reading in the dark. Is this some new sort of Hollywood method acting? No, this is quite real. Did you know that Americans use about 4 times as much energy per year as the global average? We waste energy left and right, despite the fact that the dirty fossil fuels we use to power our energy sources wreak havoc on the natural world and destroys valuable wildlife habitats. By reading with my solar-powered night vision goggles, I'm saving energy and looking sleek.
You don't have to sit in the dark like Ed Begley Jr. to save the world. Fight climate change by speaking up for cleaner, smarter energy, including rooftop solar.
Oh, that's way better. Oh.
Do your part and find out other world-saving tips at betterthaned.org.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
We are Lions International, one association of global volunteers, one foundation for humanitarian grants, shaping the future, one act of kindness at a time. In neighborhoods, in communities, across borders, continents, and oceans, locally and globally, Lions International is on a mission to improve health and well-being, to strengthen communities, to support those in need. This movement matters because the challenges facing our world are real. Through the power of service and generosity, we can change the course of history. We are Lions International, serving a world in need.
To learn more, visit lionsclubs.org.
And we're back for our very last story about families. And this one is called Fred Stays With Me. It's by Nancy Koffel. Wonder who Fred is. Sometimes I live with my mom. Sometimes I live with my dad. My dog Fred stays with me. I still go to the same school. I still have the same friends. But in one of my rooms, I have a bunk bed. In my other room, I have a regular one. Fred sleeps on the floor. When my mom and I have pizza, or when my dad and I eat peanut butter sandwiches, Fred waits for crumbs. At my mom's, Fred barks at the poodle next door. At my dad's, Fred steals socks. But Fred always has time to play. My mom is tired of all of the barking. What am I going to do with this dog, she says. My dad is tired of looking for his socks. What am I going to do with Fred, he says. Sometimes my mom drives us to the park. On other days, my dad takes us to the lake. Fred likes to ride in the car. Fred shakes park mud all over the seats of my mom's car. What am I going to do with this dog, my mom says. Fred shakes lake water all over the seat of my dad's pants. My dad says, what am I going to do with Fred? Fred is my friend. We walk together, we talk together, we play together. When I'm happy, Fred is too. And when I'm sad, Fred is there. But now there's trouble. My mom is mad. The neighbor's poodle barks at Fred all the time. My dad is mad. Fred has eaten all of his socks. Fred can't stay with me, says Mom. Fred can't stay with me, said my dad. Excuse me, I say. Fred doesn't stay with either of you. Fred stays with me. My mom and I come up with a plan. We help Fred make friends with the poodle next door. My dad and I come up with a plan. We buy Fred a new chew toy and make sure all the socks are put away. Sometimes I live with my mom. Sometimes I live with my dad. But Fred always stays with me. The end. Thank you for joining us as we talk about all different kinds of families. Have a great day.